Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wiwi Talk Pod, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Justin.
Hello, Justin. Hello, everyone. It is wonderful to be here today.
Before we talk about today's topic, we have a small request.
Yes, we do. If you are listening and you like our podcast, please click the like button. A big thumbs up.
Yes, please do. And if you are new, welcome. Please subscribe to Wiwi Talk Pod.
It helps us so much. And please share this podcast with a friend who is learning English.
Today's topic is English in daily life. Specifically, we are going to focus on how to talk about your day when someone asks you about it. This is the most common form of small talk in the world.
That's right, Justin. Whether you're coming home to your family or meeting a friend for coffee, the question, "How was your day?" is always there. For beginners, it can be hard to say more than just good.
Good is a safe answer, but it's a bit boring, isn't it? We want our listeners to be able to share a little bit more detail so they can build stronger relationships in English.
Let's start with the question itself. People might say, "How was your day?" or "How did your day go?" or even just, "How's it going?"
If your day was normal, not great but not bad, you can say, "It was fine, thanks," or "It was pretty standard." Pretty standard is a great way to say nothing special happened.
But what if you had a really good day? You can say, "It was great. I got a lot done," or "I had a very productive day."
Productive is a word we use a lot in American English. It means you finished many tasks or worked hard. On the other hand, if you were very busy, you might say, "My day was super hectic."
Hectic is a fancy word for very, very busy and maybe a little bit crazy. I use that word a lot when I have back-to-back meetings.
When you talk about your day, it's helpful to mention one or two things. You don't need to list everything, just the highlights.
For example, I could say, "My day was good. I finally finished that big project at work, and then I went for a nice walk."
Notice how Amelia used "and then." This connects the work part of her day to the personal part. It makes the conversation flow smoothly.
What if your day was bad, Justin? How do we say that without sounding too negative?
You can say, "It was a bit long," or "I'm a little tired. It was a tough day." This tells the other person you had a hard time without you having to complain for 20 minutes.
And usually when you say your day was long or tough, the other person will ask, "Oh no, what happened?" This is where you can give a small reason.
You might say, "I had a lot of meetings," or "The traffic was terrible this morning." These are very common daily life problems that everyone understands.
Let's talk about the different parts of the day when things happen. We use this morning, this afternoon, and this evening.
So you could say, "This morning I went to the bank, and this afternoon I met a friend for lunch."
Don't forget the word busy. If someone asks you to do something and you can't, you say, "I've been busy all day." It's a polite way to explain why you haven't answered a message or a call.
Another phrase I love is "time flew by." We say this when a day goes very fast because we are having fun or working hard.
Oh, time flies when you're having fun. That's a very common idiom. On the opposite side, if a day is very boring, you might say, "The day dragged on."
Dragged on makes it sound like the day was moving as slow as a snail. We often say this about long meetings or rainy afternoons.
Let's practice a conversation. Justin, I'll ask you about your day, and you try to use some of these new words.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Hey, Justin, how was your day today?
It was actually pretty productive. I spent the morning recording some new audio, and then I had a great lunch with my brother. The afternoon was a bit hectic because I had to fix some computer issues, but overall, it was a good day. How about you?
My day was a little long. I had a lot of paperwork to do this morning, and the day really dragged on. but I'm happy to be here now and talking to our listeners.
That was a perfect example. We shared the vibe of the day and one or two things that happened.
One thing beginners should remember is to always ask the question back. If you only talk about yourself, the conversation ends. Always say, "How about you?" Or, "And yours?"
That's the golden rule of small talk.
What about talking about the weather as part of your day? In many places, the weather changes how our day goes.
Definitely. It was so hot today that I stayed inside. Or the rain really slowed me down this morning.
And if you are talking to someone at the end of the day, you can talk about your plans for the night. "I'm just going to relax and watch some TV."
Or I'm going to have a quiet night in. This means you are staying home and not going out to a party or a restaurant.
I think a quiet night in is my favorite kind of night.
Me too, especially after a hectic day.
So, to recap for our listeners, use words like productive, hectic, long, or fine to describe the day. Use this morning or this afternoon to give context, and always ask, "How about you?"
And don't worry about being perfect. Just sharing one small thing about your day makes you a better English speaker and a better friend.
Exactly. It's all about the connection.
Well, that brings us to the end of our topic for today. We hope you feel ready to answer that famous question, how was your day?
Thank you so much for listening. We love being a part of your daily routine.
Keep practicing, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the show.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.